Okay, welcome back. Last time we continued through the Kadath Mandala, and I eventually got lost on the way to the Tower of Drive, but we managed to get, I think it was Emotion? No, it was Reason? I think we've done Reason, Emotion, Drive, and Perseverance, I think? Something like that. Anyway, basically, the plan now is we're going to try to do 3 more today, then probably 3 more in the next episode, and then end that one at the gate for the 11th one, because the 11th one has like a whole lot of dialogue and everything around it. So hopefully I can get that. Hopefully I can navigate through here without too much hassle. I say that, but honestly I have very low faith in that happening, because honestly, it didn't go too well last time, did it? And by that I mean, it was going so well, and then I got lost for about 20 minutes, just going nowhere. And, yeah, I managed to get myself lost for 20 minutes in the last episode. I know it's about 20 minutes because pretty much I looked at my save of games from when I originally did this, and then from the re-record, and, yeah, as it turns out, I'm about 20 minutes off. Because I managed to get myself lost. So yeah, that isn't exactly my strongest moment, but you know what? I've beaten what I believe to be the hardest boss in here, which was Azazel in the previous episode. So honestly, from here on out, I feel like it's pretty much plain sailing. Aside from one bit, which is like a memory puzzle that oh, Legendary Handgun has hidden powers. Fantastic. Thank you, Throne. We'll be keeping this information in mind, because we will be doing this pretty soon, because I want to get the power. Basically, I want to get the power for these weapons, because they will be they'll not only be very much helpful, they'll be basically essential. Like, I could probably beat the game without them, but you know what? I'm more than happy to take a massive W with them, you know? So, let's see if we can negotiate here to get a second rumour about them, as opposed to just spreading the first one. Because I know exactly which rumour it is that I want from them all. And if not, well, we can work around it. Legendary Katana has hidden powers. Thank you, Throne. Throne is coming in so handy for me in this. Because, I'll be honest, oh cool, I got Dark Saber to work. By complete accident, but there we go. Nice. Okay, so, off we go. Off we go, and we can now spread the rumours that will change them into other things. Which will be pretty handy to have. That's another blocked path, though. Also, I love that I'm finding thrones consistently. It's so helpful to me. Okay, so, if I use my contact with them, and with this, I can spread a rumour to change them into something else. Or I can basically keep fishing for the other rumours about them. Because I know what they would currently become, and they are really nice, but they're not what I want. Legendary Handgun may actually be the strongest. That is the information that I was looking for. Because the information that the initial one is that it has dark powers, and that would turn it into a gun called the Dead End, which does dark damage and has a high chance to insta-kill, while having a pretty high damage stat. The other, and one I want, we will see when I get it. And likewise with the ultimate sword, you do get access to another one called Victory, which, I think Victory is something like enables counter-attack and just does and is just generally really strong. But that isn't my #1 priority. That's not the sword I want for Otatsia at the end of this game. That goes to its other transformation, which we will be seeing hopefully sooner rather than later. And also, I found a whole lot more blocked paths, because of course I did. Why would I ever find the path I need to follow straight away? Okay, let's go this way. Is this where I need to go? Probably not. Okay, so, what are these things weak to, if anything? They do not have a weakness, it's just wail on them until they fall down, I suppose. I kinda wish I had, like, an AoE gun move, that would be really handy. I also don't have Aqua Tide on this yet, so that's not ideal. But I do have Aqua Tide on Hastur, which is very handy, and an Ice Breath will do a ton, and then I can just, I guess I can just Zeodyne on this thing, and then we should be able to wipe them out. And either way, I don't die, despite the game's best efforts to wipe me out. Wow, that was so much damage. Like 1,000 damage flat with that? That's pretty huge. However, we did just take a ton of damage. But hey, Maya got a lot of EXP out of it, so I guess I can't be too mad about it. So, let's quickly switch back to Optimus to patch everyone else up. So, let's use Mediarhan, up we go. And I got an item called an Awaken in the previous episode, which increases the rank of a persona by 1. So now, if I use it on Baofu, that should jump Beelzebub up to its maximum rank. So that now means I have Chaos Element available. I probably won't really need to use Chaos Element, but hey, it's nice to have it. And we are now at the Tower of Emotion. Very nice. And let's just give everyone a bit more SP. Don't know why I used one on Baofu here, but whatever. In we go, Tower of Emotion time. So this is Izanami. In the middle of the tower, there sat a great old one reefed in profound sorrow. I'm Izanami. I learned about the flaw of the souls at Yumotsu Uhirosaka. Do you understand the reason why I wear a mask such as this? This great one, the Queen of Yomi, was betrayed by her husband and so birthed rage and sorrow and death into the world. Well now, what is your answer? The myth of how Izanami and Izanagi created the country and of Yumotsu Uhirosaka and the Chibiki no Iwa-do, anyone Japanese knows this cruel tale. Izanami died giving birth to her beloved Izanagi's child and became a denizen of the underworld. When her husband came to retrieve her, she resolved not to show him her rotted form. However, Izanagi broke his vow and looked upon his wife's hideous form. In shock, Izanagi fled, and Izanami, maddened with humiliation and rage, sent the ogres of Yomi to chase him. Izanagi managed to get away and sealed the door at Yumotsu Uhirosaka, which led to the land of the dead, with the Chibiki no Iwa. However, Izanami's rage was not quelled. She cursed him by declaring she'd kill 1,000 of the people he governed on the earth each day. In response, her husband declared eternal divorce by stating he'd ensure 1,500 people were born each day. In total, Izanami was betrayed by her husband thrice, no, 4 times. He looked when she told him not to. He ran away when he was supposed to have retrieved her, and he forced a divorce on her. She died giving birth to Kagetsuchi, the god of fire, so upon losing his wife, Izanagi cut off his head in a fit of rage and killed him. That's awful. Even I'm better off than that. It's a good example of how conceited people are, no matter where you go. Their feelings don't work out the way they want them to. What should Izanagi have done? He shouldn't have gone to see his dead wife. It's ridiculous thinking it would lead to anything good. Of course, it just made things worse. But you know, I like those kinds of idiots. They just reek of humanity. You can't help falling in love, even when you can't be together. You want to be. The reason this goddess here is hiding her face is probably something like that too. You're an interesting lot. Now then, Maya Amano, what do you think? So, it's like, either he just doesn't want... It's either to just hide it, or to smother the last of the emotions. I think I said to smother the last of the emotions last time, so I'm gonna go if she just doesn't want to see him. Sorry, I think I'm just gonna go if she doesn't want him to see our rotted face. Yes, I still yearn for him, even though we're deeply separated by heaven and earth in this eternal divorce. I cannot forget the beautiful days we spent creating the country together. My rage vanished long ago, my grudge too has long faded, but my sorrow and sense of pining alone will not fade. Therefore, I've hidden my face. And when he finally comes for me again, may it end without him looking upon this hideous face. In the Great One's hand, a shining emotion trapezohedron appeared. This woman too may have had someone like that. Take this with you. The Great One disappeared. Maya and the others obtained 200 lovers cards. Maya and the others obtained Shiori's trapezohedron of emotion and left the Tower of Emotion behind. So is the Chibiki no Iwa the, like, spear thing that Izanagi has? Because I don't know all of the, like, Japanese mythology and everything. Either way, yeah, that's last time I had to do that fight. So, in a way, I guess that went better this time. And let's, you know what, this fight will be over in no time. Frenzy just does a ton. I say Frenzy does a ton. Like, I mean, I'm not wrong, Frenzy does do a ton. It just does even more when Katsuya uses it, because he is ridiculously powerful. Like, genuinely, I love Hyperion. Hyperion is such a cool persona. I really like having it on the team. But I'm just gonna have yeah, I'll just switch that to there, and honestly, I'll have Ulala use Hasta for a bit. That could come in handy. Also, here we are back at the initial visual place. Also, I will just say this outright right now. There is one bit later on, I don't remember exactly how far in it is, but it will probably take me a while. I will get lost. Because it's basically a maze of doors, and it's like, oh, you went the wrong way, now you just get reset back to the start. Pretty much, that will probably take me a good while to figure out, unfortunately. But hopefully I can get through without too much hassle. Oh, wait, I also need to level up Isis, because I have that as another persona that I haven't been using. Who has even remotely decent affinity with it? None. Oh, okay, Baofu can get use out of it. Let's go. Let's go, Baofu. Baofu gaming. I don't even know what I'm on about. Anyway, okay, I don't want to have to deal with this thing, so I'm just gonna go for I'm gonna go for Frenzy, and then Dark Verdict, I think. And then Tatsuya can just do a regular attack, and this should probably finish off Shubin Guref. Wait, why did he go for a regular attack? He should have gone for straight slash. Oh well, whatever. No, it's not like it makes any difference here. While I'm here, though, I should probably shuffle these equips around just a little bit. Nowhere, Baofu does have the synchronized gear, and Tatsuya has the adjustment gear for whatever reason. Whatever, I can sort that out at a later time. Okay. Here's a door. This isn't the bit that I'm concerned about, but I think this is one of two, actually. I know that the one I'm thinking of is like, I want to say it's the 8th or the 9th one down, and it might even be the 10th one. Actually, I think it is the 10th one. And the 11th one is actually pretty comfortable to navigate from what I recall. But hey, we'll figure it out when we get there. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping I manage to run into some more thrones, though, because I would like to be able to... I would quite like to be able to, you know, spread these rumors and get some benefit out of it. So let's just go for Aqua Tide and Absolute Zero Frenzy and I guess Magnetine, and then Tatsuya can go for a straight slash. And now I'll just move these two up. I'll move these two up so they can, you know, have a better chance of getting a move to work. There we go, sorted. I mean, obviously they didn't get any ranks up, but hey, it's better than nothing, you know? Because, honestly, I do want to get everything kind of just maxed out as best I can. Because, well, I know that these are going to be my final personas, and I have them for a while, but, you know, always nice to just get things kind of moving, you know? I hate these Shubnugura things, I really do. Like, they aren't particularly... Oh, well, that one just wiped itself out. Like, that did its job for me. Delightful. Okay, so let's let's Aqua Tide these things. Then Absolute Zero Frenzy and Magnetine. We should be good to go here. No need to cast Heavy Rain, though. Actually, that might have been worthwhile, but whatever. We will manage. Also, Katsuya managed to cast Freydyne despite the fact that he doesn't have it on anything, because he is currently possessed by one of the demons. And evidently the demon that is currently possessing him had Freydyne. Now, is this where I need to be? Not yet, it isn't. Let's go this way. I'll be honest, I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Throne. Hopefully this thing can give me the final bit of information I'm looking for. However, if it can't, I still have the information that I got from Maya. So that could come in very handy. But let's give me information. It doesn't have any information for me. Okay. I will be coming back for that then, I suppose. Then these two can just block. And now, these two can just keep going. And then we can Ice Breath. And honestly, the lads should probably just handle the fight themselves. Okay, Sep's maxed out. That is perfect. That is exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I needed because it will now have Aqua Tide available to it. Which will be very nice to have. And, wow, everyone that isn't Ulala is, like, bordering on that level up. Very nice. Now... Oh, perfect. We found the Tower of Ethics as well. Very nice. So let's use an Onusa to cure Katsuya real quick. And honestly, I probably didn't even need to do that, but whatever. Let's just head right on into the Tower of Ethics. In the middle of the tower, there sat a very fierce-looking great old one. Oh-ho! Humans, eh? It's been a long time since I've seen humans in this abyss who retain their self-identities. Not since I saw that man Carter, 25,940 days ago. Let me pose a question to divine whether the time has once again come to settle my feud with the blind, raving god, who've put unthinking faith in an absolute good. By your perspective, does unyielding good exist? This powerful creature was defeated by the most righteous Ahura Mazda, and was cast into the abyss long before the waking world was born. Well now, what is your answer? I ain't seen justice or goodness that was more than skin deep, but I've seen enough evil to make you spew. There are also crimes of conscience, where one commits a crime with good intentions or because one thinks it's right. This stuff is hard. I don't get it, but you're talking about some kind of reference point. I mean, so you can see which things are good and evil, right? I'd really like it if I had that. Good and evil have nothing to do with it. You just do what you have to do. So, okay, so so basically it's are there things that are just like 100% good? And while obviously there are things that, like, I think everyone would agree, yeah, this is good, and things that everyone would basically universally agree, yeah, this is bad, I do think they're relative. So it's like, aren't good and evil relative? Indeed, good and evil are relative, with no clear distinction between them. Sorry, with no clear distinction between them, they cannot exist. What is good or evil to you is nothing more than your interpretation. However, rivalry is necessary for an interpretation of conflict. I'll put this in real terms for you. For an interpretation that fails to accompany personal experience is nothing more than a delusion. In the Great One's hand, the shining ethics trapezohedron appeared. To you, I'm evil for possessing this trapezohedron, and to me, you are evil for desiring it. Now, through this interpretation rejoice, exult in your self-indulgence. So, regardless of how you answer, I think you still have to fight him. And, well, just like that, we are in another fight. So, first things first, as always with boss fights, we're going to switch to Izanami and get our buffs all sorted out. So, Mataru Kaja, up we go. Then we hit him with Bufudyne, and then we hit him with Magnedyne, and we'll hit him with a straight slash. I don't remember exactly, but wow, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't run everyone with all of the same things. Okay, so I will use a revival bead on Baofu. No way, I shouldn't do that. I'll use a revival bead on Baofu on Tatsuya's turn. I'll have Maya move last. Yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll move Tatsuya's turn up there, and then Maya can cast Medyarahan, and then we should be good to go. So, Revival Bead, that's not what I want to do. I clicked out one turn too soon. Okay, I'll have everyone's block, I think. I should have cast Medyarahan. Okay, that's Dark Verdict. It's not exactly ideal, but I can work with it. So, Tatsuya now revives Katsuya. Then, these two... Baofu switches to... Wait, what? Lala can cast Heartfelt Prayer. Oh, yeah, right, I haven't cast it before, so that's why it doesn't appear. So, I can do that. Then Maya can cast Medyarahan and heal everyone back to full health. And from here, I should be good to go, I think. Revival Bead, Maraku Kaja, everyone goes to full health. Sonic Bullet does a ton. But now, I can switch Baofu away to something that... at least just takes neutral damage. Or Prometheus, which resists all physical damage. And Maya can switch on over to... Okay, Maya's going to be taking full damage regardless, I suppose. But she can just spam Medyarahan every turn, so who cares? Now, I can also switch Ulala over to Asteria. And go for Garudine, I suppose. Then Maya can just do a normal hit. And Katsuya can switch over to Hyperion. And Hyperion can go for triple down. And then we can also go for straight slash. And Baofu can hit him with the Wise Man's Snap. Because I think physical attacks are probably my best bet here. Okay, yeah, physical attacks are definitely going to be my best bet here. So, let's just go for all physical attacks. And then Maya casting Medyarahan, and hopefully she doesn't die. Okay, that's not ideal, actually. Right, who has Tarukaja? Okay, so, Balm of Life, revive Maya. Then, Matarukaja. So I'll switch Ulala back over to Izanami. And then I'll cast Matarukaja to boost up everyone's physical attack stats. Then, Baofu can do a regular hit. And we should be good to go, I think. Balm of Life, perfect. Matarukaja, everyone's attack is now up. And now, Maya can switch to nothing, so she'll just do a regular attack. Baofu will stick on this just to make sure he's kind of resisting all the hits. Katsuya can do that, Tatsuya can do that, and Ulala can switch on over to Wong Long and go for frenzy damage, I suppose. And hopefully we should be good to go. Okay, that's not exactly ideal, but you know what? It worked. And Maya can just spam Medyarahan out for now, I think. I'll be honest. Oh no. That is a worst case move. That's a worst case scenario. Okay, Baofu, get rid of... I'll get rid of the charm from Ulala, I think. Like, I'm not that bothered about Katsuya being... Like, I'm not too bothered about Katsuya being in a state where, oh no, he's mad and he'll hit even harder. Like, that isn't a problem for me at all. Like, oh no, my person who will do a ton of damage will hit harder. However, will I manage about that? Okay, now, you know what, let's go for Wise Man's Snap. I imagine I'll do a little more at least. Okay, that's still not a massive amount, but you know what? Oh, it's nearly dead. Like, this thing's nearly dead, I'm not too worried anymore. So let's go for that, and we might just finish it off. Dark Verdict does a bit. Fire Cut EX. Doesn't quite finish it off, but Katia just shoots Uzan Remind You in the head, and we are out of here. And we'll go Dexterity, Vitality, and another point in Dexterity, I suppose. Off we go! Honestly, that went kinda smoother than I expected. 50 Justice cards. Maya and the others obtained Shiori's trapezohedron of ethics and left the Tower of Ethics behind. So, here we are now. We now have 7, I think, of these. So I'm going to do one more, and then after the next tower is when I'll end off today's episode. And, fortunately, everyone's really close to that level up, which is kind of handy, because, no wait, Ula's close to that level up, which is kind of handy. And also, 10 out of 10, I love being able to just spam all of my skills on things. And let's quickly... Oh, alright. You switch back to Asteria, and Katia goes back to Wong Long and spamming Ice Breath. And yes, it is kind of ironic that I'm, you know, spamming Ice Magic. Well, I'm spamming Magic on Katia, of all characters, who is my, like, all-in physical damage dealer. But, well, you know, it's just how it goes sometimes. Oh, also, Ulala can poison with her punches because because with the sweepstakes earlier in the game, I won a weapon called the Viper, which does, I think it's like almighty damage and has the potential to poison. Okay, so, yeah, this is the first of these two. There's 2 floors, well, there's 2 areas like this, but this is by far the easier one. Like, this one, I think I should be able to navigate without too much hassle. Also, I don't know how I'm meant to negotiate with these things, so... let's go! Also, I've never even tried this one before. They can just sit and have a drink and just be like, yeah, this kind of sucks, actually. Okay. Brothers Duo doesn't quite work. With money. Well, that didn't work. Fortunately, Dark Verdict will just destroy these things. Who currently has Dark Verdict? It is Baofu. Which means it's now a perfect time to switch Serizawa on over back to Hastur. And she doesn't have any SP. Well, that kinda sucks, doesn't it? Well, back to Asteria. Baofu goes back to Hastur. Why don't I have to cast Madoon? Oh well, whatever, it'll be fine, we'll manage. I will manage, it'll be totally fine. And Katia might die because he's on 38 HP, but who's counting? Okay, he may have died because, you know, it just like kind of ran headfirst into him. But you know what? It's fine. I won't game over here. There's no shot at game over. Because Maya's on full health and she can't die in a single hit. I'm suddenly feeling a little concerned, actually. There we go, we won. It's okay, everybody, we won. And also, you know, a nice and powerful 35,000 experience there. Okay, is this where I needed to go? If it wasn't, it's at least... if it wasn't where I needed to go, it's at least somewhere new. Okay, this is also somewhere new. Okay, Tower of Memory, perfect. Okay, so, in the middle of the tower, there sat an elder god filled with majesty. Platoon, fall in, look smart, attention! So, this is Nodens. Good work, Zua. Paradras Ades. The gentleman before you was Nodens, Lord of the Great Abyss, avatar of Master Philemon, who dwells in a far-off region even deeper than this abyss. His aid will undoubtedly be useful to you a lot in your battle against the crawling chaos. In the Elder God's hand, the shining memory trapezohedron appeared. This is the memory of the lost child whom you all seek. Memory occasionally brings about much distress and suffering, but it is absolutely vital to distinguish oneself from others and manufacture one's own psyche. Ever since it began, Life's memory has accumulated unbroken, passing through individual experiences and spanning several generations. And so it has given shape to Kadath and the collective unconsciousness, thereby becoming a foundation for the next generation. Even if the roots of the world are directed by fear and anxiety, never forget that the true essence of life is brimming with joy. You must not stop seeking the answer for why life was born in a cosmos progressing towards absurdity and chaos. Life brims with joy, bringing about balance in a universe predestined for heat death, and that allows the world to live a long time. The shining memory trapezohedron was left behind when the Elder God disappeared. I don't know what the hell he was talking about, but I guess he was cheering us on. It's got nothing to do with us. We're up to our necks in enough bullshit already. Just ignore it. I've heard about how life is a unique system that decreases entropy. Thermodynamically, the aggregate amount of the energy of the universe is fixed, only the form it takes is different. In a closed room, hot water will eventually cool, but it's not that the heat is lost, it's just been dispersed to its surroundings. The total amount of heat in the room hasn't changed. It's the same even if you apply this to the universe. It's said that the universe progresses forward from an orderly to disorderly state and eventually will reach heat death. Pseudo was saying something like that too. I've heard that the only thing that introduces negative entropy, or negentropy, is life. Supposedly it offsets the increase of entropy within its own systems and works towards maintaining order. The reason why the Earth is still as full of life as it is... The reason why the Earth is as full of life as it is now, I don't know how I managed to trip over myself that many times, is because life itself brought about order to nature. Nature normally proceeds towards chaos, but life produced a change in its environment. Bring about order so the universe doesn't die. Does that mean that's what everyone's psyche's for? Yeah, but maybe we think that's a valid way of thinking because it's us thinking it. Try to remember where this place is. I think Maya would be like less positive thinking. Yeah, there's meaning to life. That's what I'd like to believe. At the very least, that way is more positive. Let's think positive, right? Maya and the others obtained 200 Hermit cards. Maya and the others obtained Shiori's trapezohedron of memory and left the Tower of Memory behind. Okay, so with that, we now have 7, I think. I think I have 7. I haven't been keeping count, to be honest. We have either 7 or 8. I think it's 7 of the trapezohedrons. So I'm going to end off today's episode here, and next time we'll be in the penultimate episode of the additional scenario. So next time we'll be doing the remainder of here up to the entrance of the final tower. But anyway, I'm going to end this one off here. Feel free to leave a comment and click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all on the next one. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.